Okay, kindergartners, today for morning jobs, after you've practiced your name and some star words and your sounds and your numbers on the back of your board, we're going to go back and we're going to learn how to write the letter T. So in order to write the letter T today, you either need your big writing paper that's like this, and then it has a small writing paper on the back, or you can do it on your whiteboard, your morning job board. I'm going to use my big paper because that way I can practice doing it on the big side first, and then I can flip it over for some extra practice. So I'm going to erase my morning job board here, and I'm going to put it to the side, and I'm going to use my writing board today. So our letter of the week is the letter T, and it makes t, t, t. And we have to learn how to write uppercase T and lowercase t. So we have the skyline, the plane line, the grass line, and the worm line. Uppercase T and lowercase t. Do not need the worm line this week, so we won't need to go to the worm line. Last week we got to use the worm line with the letter P, but not this week. Okay, so uppercase T. We're going to start like we have in the past with other letters. We're going to find the sky, straight line down, skyline to grass line, pick up my pen. I'm going to go back to the sky and fly across the sky. So one more time, let me show you. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pencil, fly across the sky. And remember, when you fly across the sky, you only can fly one direction. Remember, our plane flies one direction, so don't fly back this way. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more big ones. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pencil, go back to the sky, fly across the sky. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pencil, fly across the sky. Uppercase T isn't too tricky. It's two straight lines. Okay, now I'm going to do lowercase t. Now lowercase t is a little tricky because usually our uppercase letters don't get to fly up here in the sky. But for lowercase t, we actually are going to start our straight line from the sky. So I'm going to do a straight line down, skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, and instead of going back to the sky like we do for uppercase t, we're going to find the plane line and fly across the plane line. So I'm going to do one more line, fly across the plane line. So I'm going to do that again. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, and then fly across the plane line. All right, I think I'm ready to do it on the small side on the back. So I'm going to flip over my paper, making sure I erase this side so none of my marker sticks. And just like on the big side, now we have the small side, but our lines are a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cross out my worm line because I will not need that today. So I want to make sure that my letters are not hanging or flying where they shouldn't. So I'm going to do uppercase T first. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, fly across the sky. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, fly across the skyline. And I'm making sure you don't want to go up. That's not how we do it. Okay, we don't want to do the top and then down. Remember, skyline, grass line, pick up your pen, then fly across the sky. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, fly across the sky. Okay, now I'm going to practice lowercase t. It's the same thing, but instead of flying on the sky, I'm going to fly on the plane. So skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, fly across the plane line. Skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, fly across the plane line. Now remember, don't do your other line too low. Don't have your T floating. Don't have your T be too big. You have to make sure. Lowercase t, skyline to grass line, pick up my pen, fly across the sky. Skyline to grass line, fly across the plane line. All right, boys and girls, keep job practicing your letter T, uppercase and lowercase. Don't forget to do your reading as well for morning.